Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I'm going to be making the first video of this channel called the Skiing Mason, as you can see by the name. So a little background on that: I do masonry for work, and it's December the 9th today. So obviously ski season started. I started 2 weeks before Thanksgiving at Bel Air Mountain in New York, and so today for the first video I'm going to be going over the skis in my quiver here. A couple of these are my dad's. We share them. Whatever, we buy our own pairs, blah, blah, blah. So today I'm going to be going over some of these different skis, what I use them for, the conditions, what I mostly ski, everything like that. So like and subscribe if you like it. Tell your friends. And I'll be putting some GoPro footage and some other footage out in the not too distant future here so everyone can see. So just something I like to film. I love to ski, so I'll be putting some content out there. Okay, so first up is my daily driver. I actually just purchased them like last week. I got 3 days on them. They're a 2022 model. I got them on Powder 7, a demo pair, because I'm cheap. But so they're a 100 underfoot. They're 139 in the tips and 123 in the tail. So in my opinion, a decent amount of shape to these skis compared to some. You see they got a 20-meter radius, and they're 177.4. And I'm like 6 feet tall, 165 pounds, so pretty good for me. And so these have the demo plate on them. So as you can see, they'll move back and forth. That just comes with demo skis. A little heavier, it's like 100 grams. These have Tyrolia Tack 14s on them. So when I looked it up, about 100 grams heavier than if I just had the bindings. Would you feel a difference? Maybe. But for what I'm doing, I'm not racing World Cup, so I think it's fine. But so first of all, the last pair of skis I had were Faction Candide 2.0s or 2021 versions. So they were lighter. They didn't have any metal in them. These skis had metal. So I wanted something. I was looking at the Blizzard Anomaly this year, but they were a little heavier than these. These skis come in at just over 2,000 grams per ski in the 177 that I have. So, they have metal in them. They have that H-shaped metal. I don't know if you can see, but it comes up like this and like this. So I wanted something a little more powerful than the Factions I had for some hard pack days, because I'm in the East. I ski New York, Vermont. And but so far, very good ski. I have no complaints. I brought them in the trees. I brought them in the bumps. I brought them on hard pack. Definitely in the tighter areas, you have to be a fairly advanced skier to actually see the ski's full potential, because it is powerful. And it needs to be worked pretty hard, so it'll wear you out. But pretty low camber in the ski. I'm not sure on the exact number. I assume it's probably like a millimeter. There's not much. But you can see the early rise. Let me try to get in some better light here. And you can see where that early rise starts. It's pretty early. And the early rise in the back, like the rocker and the tips and tails is pretty substantial. So it really allows these skis to turn on a dime. They pivot. Very, very nice. My first set of Black Crows I've owned. And but I like them. And I had them on hard pack groomer. They were exceptional. Pretty quick edge to edge for 100 millimeters underfoot. Obviously not as quick as a couple other skis in the wall there, but pretty good all-around ski for all mountain. Little on the heavy side for what I like, and I'm probably going to be purchasing a pair of Candide skis in the not-so-distant future here. I'm going to put a touring binding on them, probably 3.0s, which is a little wide for the East Coast, but I like wide skis. So, well, yes, that's my overview on the Justice. Very good ski. I'd pretty much recommend it to anybody. I had it in fresh snow last week. It plowed right through it. It floats like you wouldn't believe. So I guess we're going to move on to the next ski and see what happens there. Okay, so next up I have the 2012 Atomic Patent. I picked these skis up a number of years ago, probably 4 years ago, from a guy I knew from work. I got them pretty cheap, nice atomic bindings on them. I don't know a whole lot about these skis. I know they're 95 underfoot, 120. I believe it's 129. Don't quote me on it. And the tips and tails, they're they're park ski, symmetrical. I don't do a whole lot of park skiing. I'm kind of just getting into it now this year. I'm going to put a little bit of content out on it. Be trying to learn a little bit. These are 184s. As you can see there. They a little big for me, considering that they are center mounted. But the one I've had 184s in the past. It's just the fact that the center mounted, there's a lot of tail to them, but these skis do pretty well in the bumps when it's soft. You mostly use them in the spring. They carve tremendously, like shockingly good, because they have quite a bit of camber to them. Might be a little flattened out nowadays because they are old, and I've used them a pretty decent amount of days by now. But yeah, I bring them in some bumps and mostly on soft snow. I'm gonna try to hit some rails with them this year and try to get into some of that. So that's my other skis that I have in my quiver, and like I said, I'm gonna add another pair of fat twin tips to it. I don't like the skinnies. I am an ex-racer, but I don't like the skinny carving skis anymore. I like fat skis, like most of the new age skiers. So not a whole lot to say on these, but just figured I'd show them. Pretty fun ski. You'll see me on these this year, probably more towards the spring, but one of my favorite skis I've ever owned, and pretty cheap, and I don't think I've ever seen another pair. Okay, so next up we have the Blizzard, or however you want to say it, Hustle 10. So these are 102 underfoot. They're a 172 in length, and not really anything bad to be said about these. So they have a Marker Duke touring binding on them. These are my dad's, and that's why I'm going to be getting some touring bindings on the skis I'm going to be purchasing soon, so that I can tour with them. So these he actually hasn't toured with them at all. He has skins for them and stuff. We just haven't gotten out. He bought them last year, and these were actually discontinued this year. And they replaced the Cochise, the Bonafide, and the Brahma with the Anomaly. They have the 84, 88, 94, and 102 Anomaly. But these are very good. Definitely light enough to be torn, like far light enough to be a touring ski, but also an amazing resort ski. It's you get on the hard pack. They're light. They're like 1,700 some grams, and especially in this length, they're very light. A lot of camber in these, and they got a lot of energy, a lot of pop to them. Phenomenal in tight spaces, moguls, trees, whatever you want to do. Excellent. As long as it's not too hard packed, they're excellent carvers. They stomp pretty decent sized landings. They're 1 or 2 underfoot. And these are probably one of the quickest skis I've ever skied in my life because they're very, very light. And these ones are pretty. 172 is a little short for me, but that's what my dad likes. So yeah, I know that these have no metal in them. So obviously they're going to be lighter. They have a ton of energy in them, and they're just a good all-around ski. They float well. The crud, the Black Crow I just showed you, does the Justice is a lot better in the crud than these, but obviously these are lighter. These are more of a resort touring ski. And so you'll see me on these. You'll see my dad on these. Hopefully see us touring on them a little bit later in the season here. So yeah, that's the Blizzard Hustle. I don't know, however you want to say it. These, I forgot to talk about the radius on some skis, but the Atomics have a 19-meter radius, and these have a 16 radius. As you can see, they're 132, 102, 122. So 16, pretty tight radius, and the Black Crow has a 20 radius. The Atomic has a 19. So, these are a lot quicker skis, edge to edge. So, but yeah, that's them. Very, very, very good ski. Nothing bad to be said about them. So, moving on. Okay, so next up we have the Head Super Shape iRally. I believe they call them E-Rally nowadays. As you can see there, iRally. These are 2016 models. Nowadays they're a lot lighter. They use the graphene texture on them. So a lot lighter ski than they are in this model year. But as you can see here, they have a riser plate, and obviously these are, you know, a carbon ski. As you can see there, they got a 14.8 meter radius, 131, 77, 109 on the dimensions of them. There's either a 177 in length, and obviously these skis, you know, metal in them. They got a ton of camber. They carve whatever conditions you want to bring them in. Very solid ski, very heavy ski. A little heavy for my liking, but I've had them in trees, I've had them in bumps. They got a lot of energy, so if you kind of stop in between two moguls and the middle of the ski suspended and they push down, they'll really do that to you. So you have to stay up on them. They, you know, they want to go fast. They don't want to go slow. And, but yeah, surprisingly nimble for what they are. They're very quick, edge to edge, in the trees and the bumps, whatever you want to do. Fresh snow, obviously, you know, there's better options out there, better options on the wall here for fresh snow. See, these are the hard pack. You know, a day it's going to be hard pack. You bring these out. Even on a spring day when it's going to be soft in the morning before everything gets moguled up. You know, you want to have these, even when it gets moguled up, I like them. But, you know, if it's going to be spring corn, there's not many better skis to be on than this. You know, if you want to do a beer league race at your local mountain, that's going to be one of your best options there. So, phenomenal ski, heavy ski, solid ski, you know, whatever. Like, nothing really bad to be said about this thing. You know, if you use it the way it's intended to be used, you won't have a single complaint. So, move on to the last ski here, and then that'll be it for the video. Okay, so the last ski for this video, we have the Blizzard Brahma 88. These are, I believe, 2020 model year. Had them a few years now. These are 173 underfoot, and very, very, very phenomenal ski. 15.5 meter radius. See, carbon flip core, it says there. Metal in these. Heavy ski. Solid ski. I've had them they got the attack bindings. My personal favorites. As you can see there, these have attack 13s on them. Tyrolia attack. Can't go wrong with a binding like that. Super solid. They rip groomers. If you know how to work them, they're very good in the bumps. You got to be aggressive. Pretty good in the trees. You know, they don't float the best, but that's not what they're meant to do. You know, it's just a wider, more versatile version of the head, really, in my opinion. Is, you know, this is an all-mountain carving ski. It's a front-side ski. It's a front-side charger. Fairly heavy. Heavier than the... I think they're heavier than the Black Car. They definitely feel a lot heavier. But a lot better on a groomer than any of the skis on there besides the heads. Super good off-piste. Pretty much anywhere you want to take them. Not much bad. Obviously, these were replaced, like I said, by the Anomaly. I'm going to try to get on a pair of them to demo this year to make a video about that to give my opinion on them because I haven't been on them. I'm going to try to get on a set of either probably 94 or 102s. And so, yeah, that's the Brahma. Awesome ski. Got the Black Lab here. Not much to complain about. Really nothing to complain about with these, in my opinion. If you know how to ski them, you know, if you know how to put them to their full potential, these are amazing skis. So that's going to wrap up the video today. And I'll have some ski content out in the not-so-distant future. And I'm going to be purchasing a set of skis to tour with. Said probably a pair of Candide, either Faction or his new Candide line. So once those arrive, I'll have a video on them. And hopefully some resort footage, some backcountry footage. Hopefully some Western footage this year, I'm hoping. And so that's going to wrap things up. And like and subscribe, and let me know what you think.